Ah, man. It is the end of the first week of summer. Although I would have to double check the calendar. Hello everyone. I am Andrew Jordan, also known as the 12th Kind here on YouTube, and today is some more Let's Play Stardew Valley. Almost forgot the name. Real quick, I want to grab some of this, and our hops are growing real nice. That's awesome. So, figured. Oh wait, hold on. Our radishes are ready. Oh, nice. So, peek behind the curtain. This video is actually being recorded several days after the previous one. And that was just because I made a lot of videos and I was like, you know, I'm going to take a break for a while. You know, I'm already pretty far ahead. And I'll do some research in between episodes like I said I would do all those episodes ago. Well, like I said, I actually sat down and went to the wiki and tried to look up as much information as possible without spoiling myself. And I was pretty pleased with myself. There were some things regarding the plot that I pretty much already knew, but had sort of forgotten the details. And I went ahead and looked that up, specifically with the quest involving Mayor Lewis's shorts. And I found a lot of information, and let's just say that to complete the quest, we need to be of a certain affinity with someone, so that way we can get into their bedroom. That's all I'm going to say, because we're actually going to work towards that goal in these next few episodes. Also, when it comes to making pickled stuff and jellies and all that, vegetables, basically any vegetable except for some of the big sized ones, make pickled X things. So like pickled peppers or you know, anything. The exceptions are wheat and hops and a small handful of other things. And then for jellies, it's just, you know, any fruit. So that's interesting. Also, I was thinking about kegs, and we definitely still want to. What am I trying? Sorry, I'm watering all my plants and thinking about doing stuff for today's episode and talking at the same time. But kegs are actually, I have a whole note document opened in my second monitor. I got that set up. I'm so happy. So let's see. Kegs are, if we go into our skills, we see that we're level 5 at farming. We need to be level 8 on farming in order to get kegs, which is a little unfortunate, but it also kind of makes sense, as it is you know, we're making alcohol, so we better know what we're doing in terms of farming. So we have that. Nope, this one, right? Yes. Basic fertilizer, mixed seeds. We're gonna hold on to those. So kegs are available at level 8, and also we currently have the basic sprinkler available to us as a crafting recipe. The problem with the basic sprinkler is that it only waters 4 tiles, whereas the quality sprinkler waters all adjacent tiles. So that is something that when we unlock that, we'll definitely stop having these 9x9s that are completely filled in and actually just leave the second one blank. So that way we can install a quality sprinkler, and then we don't have to worry about watering all the crops all the time. That's probably going to take quite a bit of resources, but I think it'll be fine. Also, we're running low on energy, which means we'll have to run... excuse you, game. We'll have to run to the saloon in just a few minutes to go and take care of that and get ourselves all filled up with salads. But yeah, also a couple of things. There are the, oak resin, pine tar, and maple syrup. For a while, I was thinking that, we just, made the maple syrup. And it turns out that's actually not true. What we have to do is we have to put it on an oak tree. This is not an oak tree. This is, no, we need it. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, I need to check my notes. Maple trees make maple syrup. Oak trees give oak resin. This is not an oak tree. It's actually a maple tree, which means we will get maple syrup from that. And so what we need to do is we need to grab some of our acorns and start planting those if we want to make a few oak trees. In fact, let me just plop one there and one here. And that should be good for now. And those take a long time to make. So just having them waiting in the wings will be great. Let's grab the grapes and the strawberries. And let's start making some grape jelly. And we already have strawberry jelly. Nice. So we have those. Strawberry jelly and salmon berry jelly. Blah. Those are mouthfuls. Also, leveling up, that has its own complicated thing. Maybe not too terribly complicated. Ooh. Crap. Look at that, 16. Basically, how the TLDR is that the more valuable, the more expensive a crop is. So like melons or pumpkins, that gives you more experience. So wheat gives you only 2 experience a piece, whereas something like a melon will give you significantly more. And so you are paying a lot to get those melon seeds and waiting a long time, but you are effectively bringing in more experience, which means you'll level up a lot faster, which is definitely a very interesting thing that I found out, and I was honestly really glad that I did look into that. Also, some other things, hearts. You know how we've been gaining affinity with a lot of people, and hey, look, we got 2 hearts with Penny now. Basically, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's talking is just 10 points. Doing a quest gives you 150 points. And I need to mention, this is kind of important, that each heart is 250 points. So, when you start out at 0 and you get 250 points, you get a heart with that person. And then you get another 250 points, and so on until you have full hearts with those that you can get maximum hearts with. Now, did I water all these? I think so. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with the wheat. I think that's fine. So you're constantly working to get that. There is some decay that can happen, which is something that I looked into, and I was like, okay, basically try to talk to them every single day, otherwise you'll lose points with them because they'll think that you don't actually care about them or what have you. Speaking of which, let's check 2 things. Calendar. So tomorrow's Gus's birthday, which brings us into the next section of gifts. So there are multiple different things, and okay, let me check this real quick. Sebastian would like to hire someone to fetch octopus. Octopus is pretty hard to get. I'm gonna have to say no. So let me stand in the middle of town center and let me tell you about gifts. Let me stand in the eye. Okay, so the standard gift giving points are, if they love it, you get 80 points. If they like it, you get 45. Neutral is 20. If they dislike it, you lose 20 points. If they hate it, you lose 40 points. Now, if you are their Secret Santa, that value in that first, I guess, column, you could say, the normal amount of points you get gets multiplied. It looks to be about 4, roughly. Yes. Yeah. 104 or 5. So 80 becomes 400, 45 becomes 225, 200 becomes 100, and so on. And then if you give someone a birthday gift, if they love it, it's 640, like is 360, neutral is 160. If they dislike it, you lose 160. If they hate it, you lose 320, which is all very interesting. And holy crap, it's already 6 p.m. So yeah. There's just a lot of those things, and I bet you that the store's no, it's not closed. Oh, but he's closing up. It's so hot in here. Yep, welcome to the summer. What is this? 10,000 gold. Okay, and he's not okay. So we can give him a gift. That's very kind of you. I like this, and he's happy. And 0 out of 10, but we are still building points with him. Oh, sorry. Yeah, beep beep. So there is that. Oh, also there are modifiers. So if the item that you give them is a gold star, so if you have like a gold star strawberry, that's 25%. If it's got a silver star, it's only a 10% addition. If it's iridium, which we haven't gotten into that yet, it is 50%. So there's Haley. Okay. And if we go over one, that'd be Jody's place. Okay, so we have Leia's cottage, Marnie's ranch, which closes at 4. Okay. Let's see. River, Mayor's house. Okay. And the museum is already closed. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's all good. So, I did a lot of research. It's basically what that all boils down to. But it's definitely helpful. Also, something I noticed is there's a community center thing. And we can look through everything so we don't have to go to the thing. Although we probably have to be there to give a gift. Tomatoes, melons, blueberries. Okay, none of those have sprouted yet. Those are still gonna take their sweet time to grow. Specifically those blueberries, man. Like, they are taking forever to sprout. And it's just like, come on, I got money to make. You're making it hard to make the money. Come on. So we still can't do anything about that meteorite, which is unfortunate, but, you know, such is the way. Oh, I remembered something that I forgot. So I mentioned maple syrup, oak resin, pine tar. Those actually have their own requirements as to how many days it takes to make them. So to get maple syrup from a maple tree, it takes 7 to 8 days. That is just a luck thing. But it is between 7 and 8 days. Additionally, oak trees will produce oak resin every 6 to 7 days, and pine trees will produce pine tar every 4 to 5 days. Now, of course, that doesn't happen in the wintertime for, well, obvious reasons. Alright, we have this fiber. We might want to start building up our fiber supply again. Cherry bombs. Just kind of looking through my materials once again. We have all these pine cones. I don't think we need that many, so I'm going to just chuck 11 of them in here. Just because we have plenty of pine trees and it doesn't make sense. Let's see. 2 earth crystals, 2 iron ores, 12 quartz. We can still make refined quartz because we have plenty of materials. But let's see. So a regular sprinkler is going to be 1 copper and 1 iron bar. Quality sprinkler is going to be more expensive. Let's see. Bait, cobblestone path, staircase, wooden path. Yeah. So this all looks pretty good. We haven't used the signs yet, just because I personally don't have a reason to use them just yet. And I think tomorrow we'll definitely get some more seeds, probably wheat seeds to just kind of like fill out the area, and then maybe also some corn seeds. We are kind of low on money, but that is how the cookie crumbles. Alright, well, let's go inside, and I noticed that I never checked the forecast, so let's do that. Oh, hold on, the Queen of Sauce. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish, baked fish. Whenever I make this one at home, my 2 cats go bananas. I need a second chef around just to keep them from hopping from the counter for a bite. Just make sure the fish is fresh, preferably caught with your own rod. Now watch as I place the fish on a bed of spring greens. You learn how to cook baked fish. So yeah, that's also a way that you can learn recipes, is if you just watch the Queen of Sauce whenever that comes on. It comes on every now and again, but if you watch that, then you'll learn some more stuff. Let's check the weather report. Welcome to KOZU5, your #1 source for weather, news, and entertainment. And now the weather forecast for tomorrow. It's going to be clear and sunny all day. If you thought you were going to get rain, haha, you're silly. Stop. You'll never get rain during the summer. That's just my own personal belief. It is so hard to find rain. It's so hot. And you would think that the reason why it's so hot is because the Earth is closer to the sun, but that's actually not true at all. It's actually the farthest it is from the sun. So that's just some knowledge to drop on you guys. But let's go to sleep for the night. And yes, I do have my fireplace on because I need a source of light, and I don't have a lamp. Alright, so we got 55 gold from the pine cones, 782 from all the stuff. Our radishes brought in a lot of money. And they probably brought us in some good amount of experience. There is no way to check how much experience that you actually currently have in each particular field. You just kind of have to keep going until you level up. But that's kind of a way to know the ins and outs of leveling up. So that was a lot of information now that you know and I know, and we no longer have to be so blind. It's nice to actually know how the game works sometimes. But that is where I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, share, subscribe, and check out the things that I got banners for. Also, by the time this comes out, I will have been doing stuff on my second channel, so go check that out. I should have a link down in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Let's Play Stardew Valley. Bye-bye.